the 41-yard line.
Plant. Back north. Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The tight end in motion right. On first down, Rodgers. And check down, complete to Hall. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Inside. Plant.
Lazard will go in motion right.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a 2nd and 2.
26. Back north.
Rodgers to throw once more. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7.
Jets 7. Jason Myers to kick off 14.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll still have time for one play before the half, as this will be fair caught and brought out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Go to 50. Go. Yeah, this. Hey, 88.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Smith going to move him around. Now Geno. He'll find Metcalf. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Smith on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 37.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give them a credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
In motion right is Wilson. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
26. Plant.
In motion right, that's Wilson.
Flip again.
Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll give to Hall. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. The slot man in motion right. Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
50. Hey, you block over here. 26. Back north.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Motion man left is Lazard. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
GG's.
And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy